Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. I am so sick of Frozen. Hey everybody, I'm Adam and I'm a movie fanatic, and yeah. So anyway, this morning, Felina and my brother Phil and we went out to see Coco, the new Pixar movie. And before the movie starts, they show a 20-minute short called Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which is a 20-minute advertisement for Frozen 2, essentially, And man, it has actually gotten a lot of backlash from people. You can find the stories online. People are actually really pissed off at this short because, for one thing, it's not short. It's 20 minutes long. That's like the first act of an entire movie, And then second, it's more Frozen. People are getting tired of Frozen, But yeah, the backlash is actually so strong. Disney is actually going to remove the short from the beginning of Coco at the end of this week. And yeah, there's a memo that got sent out that got leaked online, which said, yeah, we're just gonna take that out, and they're gonna let theater chains add more screenings of Coco to account for this. And that's a good idea because, Felina and I are going to do a review of Coco later, but I don't want to give too much away, but Coco's a great movie. It's a movie that is strong enough and is good enough to stand on its own without needing any help from another fucking Frozen short. So, now, I know I'm sounding pretty harsh with Frozen and everything. I do like the original movie. I saw it when it was out in theaters originally a couple years ago, and I liked it. I owned the Blu-ray. I had the soundtrack at one point, but here's the thing. It kept building, and it's still around, and after a while, you get tired of it. You get tired of the soundtrack. You get tired of seeing the characters everywhere. I mean, just after a while, it's just too much. It's an overload, and you get tired. And that's kind of where I am right now. I don't hate it, but man, am I sick of it. So, I knew that this was going to be before Coco, but Felina wanted to go see it anyway because she had heard all these things about the Frozen short. And we also wanted to see Coco, but we wanted to see how bad the short was. Man, does it live up to the hype. Oh my god. So, alright. So the short is about the holidays have come to Arendelle, and Anna and Elsa are going to they're going to ring the bell for the first time in decades, or a decade, or whatever, how long their parents have been dead and she became queen. Elsa. They're going to ring the bell, ring in the new year, or ring in the holidays, and they have this massive holiday party, this big Christmas party planned for the town. They're excited. It's going to be the first Christmas. Everyone's together. Yay. And Olaf's like, yay! Tradition. Yay! And as soon as they ring the bell, the townspeople are like, nope, out. And they're like, well, we have our own traditions that we have, so bye. And Elsa and Anna get sad because they don't have any Christmas traditions. Their childhood was very reclusive. They weren't around people. They weren't even around each other because, their parents kept Elsa separated because of her ice powers. And so they don't have traditions. So they're very sad and lonely and blah. And Olaf gets sad that they're sad. So he's like, all right, well, people need traditions during the holidays. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to find them a tradition. And he goes all over Arendelle. He goes door to door and he's like, oh, what's your tradition? What's your tradition? what's your tradition? And he goes around, finds out everyone's traditions. And that sequence is actually pretty funny. At one point, he goes to this family, and they have Christmas trees. And he says, okay, so let me get this straight. You chop down a tree and decorate its corpse with ornaments and candles. I love it! And I'm just like, all right, snowman. That was funny. I like that. So, and so he goes out and he gets all those and fills up a sleigh, and he's like, all right, we're going to go home and we're going to start these traditions. It's going to be fantastic. Because he's a klutz. Inevitably, the sleigh catches on fire and it careens down a hill and blows up. And then he gets lost and almost eaten by coyotes. So that happened. And so then then the rest of the short is spent looking for his dumb little ass. And they find him. And then Elsa and Anna realize, wait a minute, we do have a Christmas tradition. And it's you, Olaf, it's you. And it's revealed that Anna used to make like little cards or little dolls and stuff of the snowman they used to build together, which of course was Olaf. And she would put them under Elsa's door. And it was a way of kind of keeping them together. And so they're like, you're the tradition, family. And like, it took 20 minutes to tell that story. Jesus Christ, okay. And they sing a big song, and that's the end of the movie. Yay, yeah, da, da. So, it's not completely horrible. Like I said, Olaf gave me a few laughs, but only him. No one else in the entire cast could give me a laugh. Josh Gad, when he plays Olaf, really puts everything into it. And he's very funny. Everyone else was just on autopilot, Elsa and Anna, their characters were bland. I barely remember most of their stuff. I don't remember any real, specific lines even. It was just like, oh, yeah, there they are. It was mostly just focused on Olaf, which was weird, because it's supposed to be Elsa and Anna's story too, but I don't know. The animation is okay. It was done in this weird aspect ratio. I would have thought they would have gone full widescreen, but they didn't. It was very blocky. So maybe it was rushed. And there are a few animated moments where you're like, I'm pretty sure they rushed this out just so they could get it out for the holidays. And then there's the songs. Good fucking God, there are the songs. And it's like, it's every 20 seconds. There's like a song. Honestly, I think at one point in 3 minutes, there were 4 or 5 songs. It was just too much. A character stubbed their toe, they just start singing. It was like one character finishes this long song about their feelings. And it's like, all right, and this next character, immediately, not even a minute goes by. It's like about 2 seconds. Goes into another song, and they're like, yay, that was great, but what would be even better than that song? Another song! Good God! I was just sitting there going, no more! At one point, halfway through the short, I was just on my phone. I'm like, nope, no, I am not doing this. Oh, Olaf almost got eaten by wolves? Didn't get eaten by wolves, come on. So, and Felina felt the same way. She was just like, oh, it's still going. I'm like, yeah. So, and then it ended mercifully, and then Coco started, and Coco was fantastic. So, it was a good day at the movies. I am glad Disney is taking this short away, and just letting Coco play on its own, because they have a home run there. They don't need anything else. So, anyway. Alright, well, that's it for me. Have you guys seen Olaf's Frozen Adventure? And if you have, what did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Give me your thoughts. I would love to know what you guys thought of it. So, anyway, well, that's it for me. I am Adam. I'm a movie fanatic. And I ain't going nowhere. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.